Late Merry Christmas. This is episode 13 of Don't Panic. For the last 3 weeks, I've just been spending time with family. Been great. Buying gifts, doing all that, the whole kit caboodle, shebang, walla walla bing bang. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. No, very tired. Been working a lot of hours. Did a lot of overtime. But that paycheck it's gonna be, uh, it's gonna be cha-changa. I cannot wait for that paycheck. Um, yeah, it sucked. So for 7 days straight, from 7 a.m. to the 7 p.m., your boy was working, and it sucked. You want to know how much it sucked? That much. That much it did. Maybe even more, depending on which day. Uh, but it's all going to be awesome. It's all going to be great. Overtime hours is so awesome. When I work overtime at my job, it makes me want to work overtime more, but I like to stay home. I like to play video games. I like to spend time with the family, spend time with the girl. So, yeah, I really wish I had that mindset. Like, oh, yeah, get overtime, stay an extra 2 hours, come in on your day off. No, no, never. Mm-mm. It'll get that way eventually. I think it'll get that way when I ever have kids. Then I'll want to go do that. But for how I'm living right now, how everything is, I'm cool. I'm completely fine with that. So you might be asking, why the new setup? Well, during my family's visit, we just had a mattress city. We took all of our mattresses and put them in the living room. And my room is disheveled. And I don't feel like putting things back together right now. My room was like the gift wrap room where everything, all the wrapping, all the packaging was thrown in my room. And I don't feel like cleaning it right now. My first day off, I've been cleaning a lot at work. So yeah, I don't want to do that. Um I wanted to tape. I remember when I put tape on a present for my niece and nephew. Uh, Anyways, what I wanted to talk about is 2023. I want to do this more. Um, it's not going to go anywhere if I don't do it more. The podcast, TikTok, all that good stuff. And I really just want to be more active in it. Another thing I wanted to announce, and it's not permanent. I haven't been like, yes, this is going to happen. Eventually, I am looking for a permanent co-host to Don't Panic. I like talking to the camera. I like talking, just pontificating, and whatever comes out of my fucking mouth, I just say. But I've noticed the podcast where I have someone with me and I'm having a conversation. The jokes are there more. It's more fluent. It's just more fun to have somebody talking with you. Um, I have a few people in mind that could be here in person, which I would enjoy a lot. But if that doesn't work, one of my friends that I have on TikTok, I'm thinking really hard about that. Um, what sucks is that I would love to have everyone that wants to be a co-host, but the audio would be terrible. It would just be a cacophony of. So look for that. Look out for that. I really just want to co-host. I don't know how to say it any clearer. Um, I've had a very hectic but good 2 weeks. If it seems like I'm kind of like drained, your boy bounces back. Your boy is a human basketball. You put me on the ground, guess what? I pop right back up into your hand, and then you can make that 3-pointer. I set you up for success. Um, but we're going to look into some things. Here we go. One of my favorite things in the whole entire world is to watch people fall. It is one of my greatest joys. Now, I don't like the fact people get hurt. Like, I know what it's like to fall. I know the pain, I know that. It's not fun. Okay, but I don't know these people, so there's a disconnect. So they're not human, technically. Okay, I just get a huge kick out of these. So we're going to look at these together. This is the top 10 funniest hella shopping fails of all time. Let's go ahead and get it on the screen here. There we go. And let's play. If this was a professional podcast, we would have had audio from jump. But I didn't have it. Here we go.
Only have a limited number that we can ship out right now because it is very, very popular. We're going to go to the phones. Hi, you're on there with Lisa and Kevin. What's your name?
Hi, Lisa. It's Renee from California.
Hey.
First of all, when you're selling products on live TV, don't climb on shit. Can we make that a rule? Because if you look up the statistics of accidents in the home, a lot of them is falling off of shit, such as ladders. So if we know this as a human species, don't do a live presentation. Have it pre-recorded. You could put it in the opting. I'm not talking to you, phone. And I just threw my phone. Did it shatter? Well, we will update you. This is a DisasterCast Part 2. This is what I'm gonna call this podcast. Nope. No crackies. Anyways, let's get back. Let's get back to this.
Renee, Chris is over there kind of giving us a look at how to use the ladder there.
I got to tell you something. I have this ladder. It is awesome.
Oh, now what
And
have you used it for, Renee?
everybody wants this ladder. I live in an apartment with vaulted ceilings.
Oh, poor guy. Poor guy. Oh, poor guy. Okay. He was gonna clean the window, and it didn't work out that way. Poor guy.
Everybody wants this ladder. I live in an apartment with
Oh, he's
vaulted
dusting.
ceilings.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay, we're going to make sure that Chris is okay.
And that has never happened.
The customer trying to make the save. That's a loyal customer. Oh, that's never happened to me. But it might one day. Okay.
Well, you know, it's a very slippery floor up there in front of our doors sometimes, so we're going to make sure that Kevin's okay. Yep. He's moving, he is okay, but he scared me for a moment.
Okay. Yeah, just don't climb on shit.
It's a very easy situation to operate. You just push the buttons in right here on the two sides. There are two little buttons. And all you do is push them in, and that will release it. And right here, push the button in, that releases it. And then after you let go, it locks firmly in place. So really, you're all set. And this is tough.
First of all, you didn't lock it in place. You didn't even hit the button. I've had to use one of these ladders when I used to hang drywall with my dad. You didn't lock it in place. And you know how I know that?
It is. Listen, give you an example.
Watch.
Say you have you have to get up on the wall, high ceiling, vaulted ceiling. Hey, listen, just walk right up. And I tell you,
you just walk right up. You just walk right up that thing. It's that simple. I'm selling you a product. I have charisma. And you're going to want to buy this now because you just walk on up.
It's very safe, it's durable, and it's lightweight. Scaring me. So really,
from that moment on, you should have hopped off. Now I know you're going to climb on this further because it's in a blooper reel. You should have just not gone further. That is not locked. Just because it clickety-clacked doesn't mean it did shittity-shat. Okay?
Now it's locked in place, okay? So really, you say...
And he... Dude, he got chin fucked. Like... Okay. Oh, okay, hold on.
Wow. Now it's locked in place.
Gotta put the glasses back on.
So really...
Cool Christmas.
You say...
Oh, God, Harold, are you okay?
Actually, I didn't have it locked. You have to lock it. Once you lock it, you're okay.
Once you lock it, you're okay. Duh. But you know why it wasn't okay? Because you didn't fucking lock it. You didn't. Not one bit did you do it. Not even for a singular second did you lock that motherfucker. And that's what happens.
Locked.
It wasn't locked.
You say...
Oh, God, Harold, are you okay?
Actually, I didn't have it locked. You have to...
I didn't have it locked. Wow. Wow. You're trying to play it off so cool. You look like a bitch. You look like a bitch, man. Hold on. Oh, can't see my ball. There we go. Christmassy.
Lock it. Once you lock it, you're okay. But it is very safe to operate.
Is it?
So continue to call for it.
All righty. Well, Harold, I hope you're okay. One thing...
If he even thought that he was going to get her number before, not now. I'm sorry. Like, it's a rule. Once a woman sees you try to do something masculine, like climbing a ladder, is that really masculine? I don't know. Society makes the rules. If you're a woman and you see your man, or just a man, fall off of a ladder, whether you're with them or not, leave them. I mean, accidents happen, but at that point, could you ever look at them the same again? Right? And I've fallen off of ladders. I have. Thankfully, no woman in sight. And if there is a woman in sight, never going to climb a ladder. Just not going to. Because when it's supposed to happen, it will. God has a sense of humor. Here's number 8.
I'm getting ready to serve. All I do is throw that ball up in the air, and when I... Oh, jeez. And there goes the tennis racket.
Is he playing a Wii? Dude's playing a Wii.
I just throw that ball up in the air, and when I... Oh, jeez.
He let go of it. He just went... He didn't have a grip on that at all.
I'm getting ready to serve. All I do is throw that ball up in the air, and when I... Oh, jeez. And there goes the tennis racket. I didn't have...
Also, no, he didn't let go of it. He hit the TV. Dude, it's on the TV. The ball is not going to come out of the TV. It's a virtual thing. It's on the fucking TV, dude. Did he hit where the ball was coming?
And when I... Oh, jeez.
No, he was
and
serving.
there goes the tennis racket.
Dude, you didn't have to serve the ball for reals. For reals, you didn't have to not. You know, you did. But you did the opposite. You know?
I didn't have
Oh
to
my
do that
God,
all the
man.
way. Make sure that your accessories are...
Oh my God, that's embarrassing.
1816 is the item number on this one.
All right. On top of the don't climb on shit rule, how about you don't hold weapons? That's a good idea, I would think. Don't hold weapons, because I know this is going to be bad. There's a samurai sword, I'm assuming. Is he going to chop his hand off? Hold on.
And the nice thing about these practice katanas... Oh! Oh, that hurt. Oh, that hurt big time.
I don't care if you have a Hattori Hanzo, whatever it is, sword from Kill Bill. That shit gonna break if you hit it like that. It's just gonna. I don't care how strong the steel is. If it's that long and that thin, you hit it like a fucking buffoon, Maroon, it gonna snap in two. And you did it.
Ow!
Oh!
And the nice thing about these practice katanas... Ow! Oh, that
Yep.
hurt.
Yeah, I bet it did.
Oh, that hurt big time. A piece of that the tip just got me, Odell.
Odell. I have a friend named Odell. I need to get him on the podcast. Oh, the tip got me, Odell. That's very sexually suggestive. Did I just knock out my microphone? DisasterCast 2.0. Oh my God. Tip got me, Odell. It got me.
A piece of that the tip just got me, Odell.
Oh my God.
Oh, that got me good.
Oh, that got... Yeah, it's a fucking sword. It broke off and you stabbed yourself with a sword. Because you were a moron. Oh my God. Okay.
You all right? A piece of that tip just got me. Folks, right now, we may need emergency surgery in the studio.
We may need emergency surgery in the studio. No, he's okay. The tip got him, Odell. Just the tip got you. Oh! Okay, number 6.
Sehen wir nochmal, warum Roto so gut ist. Schauen Sie sich das mal an. Das sind hier alles volle Wasserflaschen, 1,5 Liter. Und
Because I don't know what they're saying.
die hebe ich jetzt hoch und jetzt schauen Sie sich mal die Box an. Ja,
Soll
bitte.
ich?
Water?
Da biegt sich nichts durch.
So, da ist
Die-
Wasser drin. Achtung! Oh! Oh! Was ist
Oh.
hier kaputt? Was ist hier kaputt? Die sind...
Ja, super.
Die gehen...
Don't keep trying to show how strong it is. It's broken. I'm assuming they were trying to show how much weight it could carry. It obviously can't. Here's the third rule of selling shit on live TV. Don't shoot for the stars. Don't try to make it look better than what it is. Don't do that shit. The only one that I think that does that shit and makes it work is the guy that does the Flex Seal shit. Or the Flex Tape. Or the Flex Spray. Whatever it is. That dude does it right. You know why? Because also it's not fucking live. He records pre-production, all that shit. And then there's an asterisk. 10,000 coats of this shit made this boat stay together. Okay? No one's going to have enough money to fix a boat. You might as well just get a new boat. He's the only one that does it. But he's not dumb enough to do it live. Or even be honest about it. You know?
Die gehen! Den kann man wieder dran machen. So, weiter
Gut
geht's.
gemacht.
Wir
Kinderzimmer, komm weg.
Yeah. That is the sound of, I'm gonna get fired. Because that literally can, for people, I don't know who watches this shit, but they have a market to do so, or they wouldn't keep doing it. That has to hurt the seller of that product so bad. Their stocks must go down, the orders must get canceled, something. That is so embarrassing. Don't overdo it. Okay? Don't, just, no. All right, number 5.
Ein bisschen in Deckung
Ich
gehen,
mach's mal
dann
an.
bin ich gleich nass.
Und Sie sehen natürlich, was wir hier für einen Regen haben. Das ist
Outside shower.
es ist jetzt noch
Okay.
nicht natürlich heiß, aber im Sommer, wenn Sie sich abkühlen wollen, da haben wir hier auch einen ganz speziellen Duschkopf, nämlich einen Duschkopf mit insgesamt 87 Öffnungen. Ups, was war das? Jetzt haben wir einen
Das war
Scheinwerfer
nicht schuld.
erwischt.
Ich war zwar in der Nähe, aber ich war nicht schuld.
Were they
Irgendetwas-
attacked, or was that just a pipe exploding?
Kopf mit insgesamt 87 Öffnungen. Ups, was war das? Jetzt haben wir einen
Das war ich
Scheinwerfer
nicht schuld.
erwischt.
Ich war zwar in der Nähe, aber ich war nicht schuld. Irgendetwas hat
Ich hab-
geklappt.
Were they being attacked?
Ausgemacht.
Da war vielleicht ein bisschen zu
I'm
kalt, das
assuming the
Wasser.
pipe
Das kann sein.
exploded.
87 Öffnungen haben wir hier drin, Tanja. Und das sorgt natürlich eben für diesen gerade schon gezeigten Regen.
So no, I'm not gonna order the exploding shower head. No, thank you. I'm assuming that's what that was. Number 4.
Wie alles andere. Guck dich das mal an. Das ist ein Brett, was nicht mehr wegrutscht. Da muss ich das andere doch gar nicht mehr nehmen. Hier, schauen Sie mal.
Oh, they're
Das
showing
ist
how
doch
heavy
wohl
the cutting
die
board is,
Top-Quali-
or how it won't slide.
Auch als Geschenkidee ideal geeignet.
I'm choking on my own spit. Okay. Oh, dude. That is, he looks like a bitch. Hold on.
Hier, schauen Sie mal. Das ist doch wohl die Top-Qualität.
Did he jump over?
Auch als Geschenkidee ideal
He did not want that thing to fall. Oh my God.
Ganz zufällig liegt er parat. Schauen wir uns das wieder an, damit Sie auch wissen zu Hause, passt er in meinen Schrank oder auf mein Tischchen drauf. Was haben wir hier für eine Diagonale?
Why are we not getting to see what it is?
Ja, was ist denn das für
Da müssen wir gleich mal umschalten hier, so ein Ferkelprogramm hier. Und das beim WDR, haben Sie das gesehen um die Uhrzeit hier?
Das fällt dann nicht untergründig bodenständig.
Did something dirty show up on the TV? I'm assuming that's what it was.
Damit können Sie auch schon spazieren fahren hier. Wow! Also, das ist natürlich ein bisschen spaßiger als Radfahren hier.
Also, rule 4. Don't ride shit. Don't ride shit. Skateboard, scooter, bicycle, motorcycle. Don't fucking do it. Don't. I would assume don't. Ever.
Mit diesem Scooter.
Yeah, they immediately go to that picture, though.
Woran erkennen Sie, dass das Profi-Qualität ist? Na, das werde ich Ihnen mal gleich zeigen. Das ist immer der Moment, wo meine Kollegen immer sagen, um Gottes Willen, jetzt macht er das schon wieder. Aber ich traue mich das mit unseren Kochtöpfen. Wir haben nämlich einen Edelstahlrand außen drumherum. Das erhöht natürlich die Bruchfestigkeit. Und lieber Rainer, gucken Sie mal, wenn Sie damit in der Küche kochen. Achtung! Der Rainer guckt schon ganz unglaublich. Schauen Sie mal, was ich jetzt wieder mache. 3, 2, 1 und los geht's.
Oh.
Jetzt ist wirklich passiert.
Also, rule 5. I think we're on 5. Don't try to break the shit to prove that it can't be broken. Because guess what? It gonna break. Okay? It's like that scene in Napoleon Dynamite, right? Where Kip is trying to sell some bowls. Teflon bowls. And he puts it behind Rico's van. And he backs over that motherfucker. You guess what happened? Shattered the shit. And you know what he said? Dang it! He said, dang it. And he drove off. Probably leaving all the other boxes behind that he was showing off. Don't try to break the shit. I'm not saying I'm qualified to do this job, but I know what not to do. So if you guys see this, hear this, you want me to sell you some stuff or sell you whatever product you're selling? If you want me to get it to people, hire your boy, because I won't do this. Ever, ever. Oh, holy shit, that was funny. So to wrap up the podcast, I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to go to Ask Reddit. They have a lot of weird questions, but sometimes some good ones. And here's a question right here. It is, what is the biggest red flag people just accept? I'm going to go to the first comment here that I see. Jealousy. Jealousy as a red flag. Lots of people seem to think it's cute, and lots of other people actually seem to think it's healthy. A lack of trust in your partner is neither cute nor healthy in a relationship. Jealousy to me is not always the person who is jealous. It's not their fault. If you're not making your partner feel 100% committed, like if you're not committed to them, and you entertain these other men, or these, you don't make it clear to your partner, like there's nothing going on, then that's partially your fault too. But if nothing's going on and your partner is still being jealous about you having guy friends or girlfriends, whatever it is, whatever the case may be, and you're doing nothing wrong, but they're still jealous, that's their fault. Like that's something they just can't accept. And it's hard to accept those things sometimes because you don't know what's in people's heads. You don't know if they're being dishonest, disloyal, if they're trying to manipulate you or trick you. It's really hard. The best thing you can do, honestly, is just for yourself, because you can't control anybody else. Just accept the fact that people will let you down. And I know that sounds so bummerish, but let me explain. Don't be shocked by betrayal, because betrayal happens all the time. You have to accept within yourself, okay, these are the rules I set for myself. I won't do this, I won't do that, and I won't do this. And you live by that. If someone you're with is not living by that standard, then you just don't be with them anymore. If you don't feel safe or comfortable in a relationship, if you can't work on it, you should try to have a conversation. But if it cannot be fixed, don't try to fix it at all. Let me see what else. Let's see. A lot of responding comments. Let's see, a lot of joke ones. Sometimes you don't get serious things at all on Reddit. Verbal abuse in the guise of being funny or loving. Now, if your partner knows that you're joking, then it's completely fine. But the best thing to do is just never say anything negative, even if it's in a joking way, or even if you're like trying to antagonize. The brain doesn't know the difference. You hear the words, like if you're insulting your partner about their looks or something that they like, even if you're joking around, the brain's not going to process it that way. And even if they acknowledge, like, oh, they're making a joke, they're going to feel like, well, what if they really feel that way? Or what if I really am what they're joking about? It's just not good to do. Soviet red flag. Yep, that's a huge red flag. Just read about jealousy. People who go out of their way to make sure you and everyone around know that they follow a specific religion. That's not really a red flag. That's just more of just saying what they follow. I don't see that as a red flag at all. I mean, I used to be in a religion. I'd call it a cult. But I don't have any ill will with people who want to have a religion. Except if you're like a Westboro Baptist Church. Yeah, that one's the bad one. We'll have to do a podcast about them. They're not very relevant nowadays, for good reason. Let's see what else they got here. Blah, blah, blah. A bunch of responding. I feel like the red flag is being super attractive because it makes many people accept any amount of critical flaws. Now, okay. Partially true. Really partially true. There are some very attractive people that I knew growing up, and they got away with almost everything. They got away with cheating. They got away with disrespect, because aesthetically they were just very pleasing. And even if they got in trouble with like the cops or the law or anything like that, they wouldn't have any harsh punishment, because usually they were like a profound person in the school, or they were very popular, or they were varsity or something like that. There was something that always got in the way of them being held accountable. But just because someone's super attractive doesn't mean they're going to be a shitty person. Like, it's a balancing act. There are ugly people who think that they're hot shit, and they think that they're attractive, and they just think that they can do whatever they want because of who they are and how they look. Yeah, but I get that. I get that whole sentiment. There's a lot of people who are attractive that just don't really think they can do no wrong, or they think they can get away with stuff. It's a tightrope for sure. I don't see anything else really that I would like to talk about. Gonna try to start doing these more. I know I say that every single time, but there's really nothing to do. No holidays, no nothing. That's all over with. I had a very good time. But now it's time to focus on the podcast, the TikToks, everything going on in my life right now. Just ready to handle that. And yeah, ready for next year. So this is the last podcast of 2022. See you in 2023.